Raptalk, baby, trap. Crazy. Come on in. It's party time. Get into a little bit of spoken word. See what we working with. How y'all feel this evening? Like Bill Withers used to say, it's gonna be a lovely day, a lovely day, a lovely day. How many of y'all was out there able to hold that note? Was you able to hold that note? Y'all know the note I'm talking about. A lovely day. I used to be one of the ones that fall off the note and then jump back on and be like, a lovely day. Just a lovely day. It's gonna be a lovely night too. It is what it is. I mean, why not? Let's have a little bit of fun with some poetry and spoken word and talk that rap talk. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Yes, indeed. Be sure to wipe your feet off at the door and don't hit that subscribe and like button to push the algorithm and so we can get the word and the message out so more people can tune in. This whole ordeal with YouTube is just an uphill battle of just catching that wave, but we're gonna stay consistent, keep working. As long as you with me, that's all I need. You, physically you, you the person right now watching. As long as you with me, the mission is not, how they say, the work is not going undone. I mean, it's appreciated. I mean, every person, everyone that tuned in. I mean, initially, every person that come across the thumbnail, that press on it and be curious about the spoken word. One's peeking in, being nosy, all that, and just curious about the message. Just you still a part of the growth. I appreciate you. So, Dig, let's get into it. The title of this live tonight, I just wanted to title it Rebuild Yourself. I mean, that's the thing we're going for tonight. Even though we still gonna be kind of all over the place with the poetry and the poems and the spoken word. But the whole thing for the night, during the course of the night, is just rebuild yourself. That's that regrouping. That's that starting over. That's that not giving up. That's that seeing that things can go different. That's that adjusting. That's that seeing what course you on, knowing that you still got time and room to rebuild. I mean, don't be afraid to rebuild yourself. It's like I said in the poem the other day, you can go check out the piece I wrote called You Deserve Better. I mean, sometimes look around to your situation and understand that. I mean, like no matter what age you at, I mean, from young to elderly, if it's something you feel you deserve, I mean, go out and get that. Work towards that. I mean, see it daily. I mean, because it's yours. Shit, it's yours. Don't be afraid to rebuild yourself. As long as you got that air in your lungs and you social and you able, you can rebuild yourself. Let's get to a couple of poems though. I got a notebook ready. And I think I'm gonna just go off I think I'm gonna just stay in this notebook right here, but you know how we do around here. Hey, don't tell them where we end up at. So this first piece I'm gonna get into, it's definitely on the course of rebuilding because it all starts with understanding That's something that's better than nothing. And I know some of the people that really, really be rocking out with me, especially like some of my day ones that watch some of these videos. Y'all might catch me doing some of these poems over. It's still all in tune with the speech and the talking. And of course, as the channel grows, we can get more interactive. And once we get people, we can go back and forth, and or people ain't too shy to hit the comments, and we just finally build to that level to where we can. Cause this show, the lives, what you have to understand, the lives is really for you. The lives is for the people. Lives is to get personal. Even though I be up there talking, that's because I have to segue through it just to make it work. As the talent of being the artist that's up here, and it's just me, so I have to build a conversation with just the different reactions and thoughts that I'm thinking that can make the show as entertaining as possible with a one voice. But of course, as time grows and as we build, it's going to be more people in with opinions and things to say, which I welcome. I definitely want to put that on record. I definitely welcome opinions, whether you agree with me or not. I'm not the type of person to where it feel like, okay, well, just because you watching, you got to sit back and agree or disagree in your head and not tell me. I mean, it's all cool, you know what I'm saying? I don't claim to be perfect, and not everything that I know, and I learn from other people also. And that's definitely something I learned over time, is that just because, you might have a view about something at one time, I mean, your opinion can change when you learn certain things or you hear some logic. I mean, that's what life is about. It's about gaining knowledge and the logic that'll make you think, and you can better yourself. Because if we never told that wire is hot right there, or don't touch that wire, I mean, you can be curious and just touch the wire and be out of here on an incident that could have been, prevented. But I don't want to fly too deep in on that though. I just let you know off top, you just welcome to chime in at any time when you're involved with these live. That's why we're going live. But let me get into this piece though. This piece here, it's called Oatmeal Beats No Meal. Something's better than nothing. Listen to me. He was too cool to go to school, open books and abide by the rules. And now he out here scamming, stressing and finessing, trying to find a female sponsor. You tell me who's the fool. You see, he is, she is, we is, living in a world where most expect shortcuts and handouts. NBA dreams for all don't pan out, so the corner some stand out. Living in the past, mad when asked why he didn't make it. Yeah, them old stories sound good, but it's only so long a grown man can fake it. Take it in blood, rather be a thug than punch a clock. But the feds is looking and time is running, but that's something he don't watch. And how can he survive with too much pride to flip a burger? Oatmeal beats no meal, but when the jokes crack, that's character murder. And you see hood niggas die for that, lie for that. He don't really sell no dope, but image is everything. And really ever tell you the truth, see the answer is no. Cause see, we all gotta start, finish. Who invented this system? Prior to the side, get off your ass, get out there, go and get it. You whether sit, quit, talk shit, beg or borrow. Oatmeal beats no meal, but stay strong, cause today ain't tomorrow. Oatmeal beats no meal. Raptalk. That's that poem of peace. Snap, 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 snaps. Y'all know what time it is. We get the snaps going on. That's that piece. That's the first piece for the night. Oatmeal beats no meal. And that's self-explanatory. Think to yourself. At the end of the day, no matter what, something is better than nothing. Don't have too much pride to get a job. Don't have too much pride to start entry level. Even though you want to start this business over here, don't have too much pride to not be here working and take care of your daily, take care of your bills, your responsibilities and things that you got going on. Don't feel like you're too good to, like I say, start at the bottom, even if you do have big ambition or things that you want to do, or you got a dream, or you're looking at life in a certain way and you see the future. You still got to take care of today. The kids still got to eat. The bills still have to be paid. You still got to have a place to stay. I mean, you don't want to be out here on no bum shit and just living off a dream and just thinking like, okay, well, I'm going to be this, I'm going to do this, but I can skip this whole part and just live off somebody, or just be right here and just doing this, and like I say, just skipping over the whole day to day, and you just think you about to just run wild and run rapid and live off a dream. Life don't work like that. And I damn sure hope there ain't no grown people out there thinking that it do, or still thinking that you could just cold-heartedly invest in something without some type of income coming in. Especially, like I said, especially on no grown shit. I mean, we all got dreams, but you can't be no fool out here. Get that shit percolating. And that's some Detroit slang too. I mean, that's some shit I came up with. When I say get that shit percolating, I'm talking about like getting that shit moving. And I actually said that in a poem earlier that I wrote. Well, I ain't gonna say I wrote, I created up top of the dome. I gotta put that shit out there sometime. Some of that shit I be making up, that should be off the top. But it was a piece I released earlier on the channel. And I was saying, I know some people might be confused and like, what the hell do you mean get it percolating? Like, get it percolating. I mean, I'm talking about get that shit dancing, get that shit moving, get your dreams, get your ideas, whatever you got going on, get it in motion. That's what I mean by get it percolating, get that shit moving, get that shit building. But it is what it is. But let's switch gears, though. Because like I say, even though we hit some topics and be semi-serious around here, we serious enough to be serious, but we can still have some fun. I'm going to throw in a lighthearted little poem a little bit. Excuse me, I have my phone. I had some fried corn earlier. You know, they had a little fried corn. Got a little piece of that shit on my teeth. Listen to me. Got this one piece. That's some tacky shit I did. I got this one piece I wrote. This was called I Don't Want to Be Your Fucking Friend. This is a piece I wrote. That's why I said we're gonna switch the gears a little bit. We're gonna jump into the topic. But that's the fun with this. That's why I labeled it spoken word and more, because we can talk, we can build, we can have fun, just associate, and just drop this poetry. So listen to this piece I wrote though. I'm about to run it because it just happened to be on the next page in my notebook. I think I know some of it off the top of the head, but just to be safe, I'm gonna just keep it right here and just like glance at it a little bit. This one called I Don't Want to Be Your Fucking Friend. Listen to me. I don't want to be your fucking friend. It's because you think I'm cool, someone to talk to when old boy done did you bad. You think I'm Dr. Phil, but let's be real. I want to be the one to feel and the one that's getting that ass. I don't want to be your fucking friend. Why you keep asking my opinion on men that's out here creeping and cheating? I'm out here trying to find some woman on the side of my own. I don't need your friendly ass text every weekend. Oh, you want to invite me out bowling, skating. Don't think that I don't know that you sideline hating. Don't keep bringing me around all these other women and acting like we got a chance of one day probably dating. I don't want to be your fucking friend. And that goes for co-workers too that's always flirting. You know the one. All of a sudden need help or want to interact when they see you around a certain person. These lunch break dates we make, I hope you know ain't fake. All that BFF talk smiling in my face, girl, you know that was fake. You see, I know you ain't straight. You see, I know you ain't happy at home. You see, I don't get jealous when you talk about other men. I just find it flattering that you want to keep me in touch with what's going on. I don't want to be your fucking friend. Whether you heard about me breaking a couple of hearts or not, we both know that's a turn on to make you hot. And you up next, I want to slide up in your slot. I don't want to be your fucking friend. Either you show interest or not. Ain't no in between. I don't want to be your fucking friend. Snap, 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 snap. I ain't did that poem in a long time. It just happened to be the next one on the page in the book. That's why I was looking at it. It was just called "I Don't Want to Be Your Fucking Friend." Y'all know how you could end up in a friend zone if you be that type of guy with a female. So sometimes you have to let it be known that, hey, I'm not that type of guy. Hey, no, that's not me. No. I want to pop that. I'm not your friend. I don't want to be your friend. But even though sometimes you might have to just play that role and just, wait for it to pop, and then, sometimes you might end up being something, or sometimes you might. That whole friend thing, it works sometimes, and sometimes it don't. So it is what it is. If you want to roll like that, and that's what you do, more power to you. But as far as for me, and when I made that poem, and for the guys out there that can relate and feel that way, I don't want to be your fucking friend. But let's switch gears. I'm just turning some pages in a couple of poems. But definitely the initial subject. I guess I wanted to say topic too. That's why it almost came out like topic. The initial topic subject is rebuild yourself. I mean, get back up. Like, no matter how things folded or unfolded in your life, always be weary that you can adjust and bounce back, fight back. I mean, that's a powerful tool when you're back against the ropes. Fight back, bob and weave, all the different distractions and things that can take you off course or put you in a zone, or it could put you somewhere to where you're not working towards what you set out to do. Always understand that you can go back to your corner and regroup, whether you got a coach or not, whether you got that person in your ear that's telling you that you can do it, you still can. Sometimes you gotta look for that inner self. You have to be your biggest cheerleader sometimes. Sometimes life pushes you to that moment. It pushes you to that whole situation to where you gotta be your biggest cheerleader. Whether you got supporters or not, a lot of us do. A lot of us are fortunate to have a big team of people that can, shoot you a line or two here and there, or give you that nod and tell you that you going down the right path. Some people need it, some people don't. But some people can just use that whole force of not to create it. So sometimes you might do have to play a mental game to yourself because it's going to be levels. It's different levels on the way up of the whole growth situation. It's levels to it, and I'm actually seeing that now. I can see it from when it's ground level when it start. Of course you're gonna have the day ones that's there. Some people will be patient with it, some people won't. Some people want to see some progress. But some people are just still sit back and land the cut, still support you. They want to see it bigger. It's not that they, it's not that you can say that they wanted more than you, because ain't nobody gonna want it more than you. But you have to understand that sometimes if some people don't show it, they still can probably still be the main ones that still support you. They don't have to just show it like every day or every moment or every time. Everybody's not against what you're doing and everybody's not for what you're doing. So that's why you have to motivate yourself. That's why you have to keep pushing the line and keep pushing. Like I say, just push the whole line just to get to that next level so you can see it. You got to be the one to see it. Because if it's your goal, it's your goal. Everybody else, they ain't gonna respond to number of results. They respond to results, not to mention how we living in a world full of numbers. Or we living in a world full of tangible things. They want to see it, they want to touch it, they want to see you coming down in the newest car, the newest truck. They want to see that because it's the look of success to the people in the ghetto and the people in the hood. They don't even understand it. But when you really work for someone, you care about something for the long run, you'll invest. And not only will you invest, you're not gonna even mind losing because you're gonna see the bigger picture. You're gonna understand. You're gonna take some losses. In business, period, you're gonna take losses. You're gonna have to spend money. You're gonna have to invest in yourself. And then in all actuality, you do have to make it look a little bigger at times. Because like I say, people respond to results. People respond to things that they see. If for the average person, the average eye, to the naked eye who don't even just know anything about it, when it do come across their radar, they wanna see other people involved with it to make themselves involved with it. That's just business 101. These things I'm saying is not even just personal. This is just business. That's why you have to look at it like it's business. You can have the talent or you can have this, but you gotta have the business. The savviness to, some learn as we grow, or some had a tenacity just to adjust and see it. Everybody ain't got that. But when you doing what you doing, understand you gotta think like the customer sometimes. You gotta think like the person that's walking up, to coming to your store or coming to your salon. You gotta think like the customer. Like, what do we need in this space to make it look good? Like, we need people around here. That's why a lot of times. That's why sometimes there'll be a lot of fraternizing at certain places. I just watch so much. I don't even know if it's a gift and a curse. Sometimes I just watch so many things, and I can just see the little details and certain things. Like, it could be, like, say for instance, it could be just something as simple as going down the street. I don't know where y'all from, and I don't even know where this shit even came from either. But like, I'm from Detroit, right? And it's like right now in Detroit, especially during the summertime, I kind of found it somewhere around near the COVID time for some reason. I don't know where this shit came from, but it's like damn near everybody, I don't say everybody, but a lot of people just feel that they can just sell barbecue for some reason. I'm serious. I'm serious. It's like all around Detroit. I'm talking about the average corner. People just setting up their grills, just selling food. And just starting their own shit. Like, basically they got their own business. You can come down this certain streets with big avenues. If it's lights on it and there's traffic on that street, you're going to see You want to see somebody on at least one of these corners selling some fucking barbecue, selling some food, and just out. But see, here's the thing. My initial point was, it's like, say if you pass in all these spots that do sell barbecue, and you might be hungry, you might be thinking to yourself, like, damn, like, should I stop at one of these joints? Like, should I, support, or should I buy some barbecue off somebody that just standing here on the corner? But see, here's the thing, and it goes back to support and just the whole mental that subconsciously you probably need to pay attention to. You just might stop. That one day, that one moment, you might stop. And in hindsight, the reason you do stop and choose that one that you do stop at, more than likely, you're going to stop at that one because you saw some other people there. You see what I'm saying? Or you probably done passed it a couple of times. You be like, damn, it's about 5 people over. Like, it's people out there. Like, it's people over there buying it. So it must be something with it that people done stopped over there and actually over there getting some of that barbecue off that corner. And once you see a couple of people, it plays on your mental. You think like, damn, if I was to stop at one of them, maybe I'm gonna stop at that one right there that I usually see people at. That's the same thing with business. That's the same thing with business, just period. Or if you just passing through, you passing through YouTube, like for all the strangers out there that came across this channel, that had peeked in a couple of times before here and there, whether subscribed or unsubscribed, there's people who just was curious. It's like, I just keep seeing this shit popping up on my damn timeline, and some about some spoken word, some rap talk this, and motivation this, or hip hop this, music reaction this, rap talk poetry, rap talk. I just keep seeing this shit. Or whoever artist, you can take me out of it if you want to do that. We can do it either way. We can talk about it either way. You can take me out of it. Just imagine how many people you came across on any type of platform to where you find yourself patronizing or being entertained by something they say or whatever they have to offer on whatever platform, whether it be Spotify, Amazon, streaming sites, YouTube, whatever. The first thing, what we do? What's the first thing we do? We looking at numbers. We looking at how many views, how many people then subscribe, how many. Okay, I see this video. That one got thousands. That one got hundreds. Oh, that one got mega, whatever number. People click on it because they want to feel involved. If it got big numbers, why wouldn't you watch it? You know what I'm saying? It subconsciously plays on the mental. If it got big numbers, why wouldn't I press on it if it came across my radar? And if it was something else besides the number that just slightly enticed me to be curious about it, and you see a couple million on it, why wouldn't you press the button to be in the know? That's that fear of missing out. I told y'all in my social life ain't social. I told you that we live in a world where numbers matter. And bullshit forcing us gonna sell. See, my social life ain't social, but in the end, see, my realness gonna prevail. And we gonna make it. And prove the popular wrong. Matter of fact, let me bring that from the top. Y'all done made me want to jump into that poem and piece. Let me do that from the top. It's a piece I wrote called My Social Life Ain't Social. Listen to me. Here I go again. Curious as I'm punching in my code. What y'all doing? Who beefing? Who crushing? Taking a pic as a couple still out fucking, man, this shit getting old. But see, we addicted. You see, social media in my mind is a cult. You see, we log in every day to see something different, but every day get the same results. RIPs. I smoke trees. We about to get drunk, my booty fat. You ain't never seen no titties like these. And we can't forget about the money with the singles in the middle with the big bills on top showing. Living with no insurance, fake it till you make it. But see, they don't care because the world ain't knowing. Teens growing old, selling their soul for comments and likes. But see, my social life ain't social, so it makes me think what I ain't doing right. Shit. Maybe I should cuss, fuss more about personal stuff, share hood fight videos that make us look bad or pictures of women that I lust. Listen to me. Or maybe I'm just emotional from all the different statuses that I just read. See why I feel left out? Because ain't nobody retweeted or shared what I said. Brain dead, I tell you. You see somebody reboot my battery. See, this is real life, real reality, my mentality, so please don't be mad at me. Because see, we live in a world where numbers matter. And you see bullshit forced on us gonna sell. See, my social life ain't social, but in the end, see, my realness gonna prevail. And nigga, we gonna make it. And prove the popular wrong. And the word's gonna live alone, like Barbara said, so you tell me what's really going on. See, my social life ain't social. I grew up in a world pre-internet. Technology brought us close together, yet further apart, and somehow now this world has lost all respect. But then again, yeah. Shit, my social life ain't social. Raptalk. It's that poem of peace. My social life ain't social. Snap, 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 snaps. Y'all done made me dig in that bag, that one bag that my social life ain't social. I say we live in a world where numbers matter and bullshit forcing us gonna sell. See, my social life ain't social, but in the end, see, my realness gonna prevail. And we gonna make it. So you gotta speak that shit into fruition. Especially when you working about it. You got the right to do that. You do know that, right? You do know when you working towards something, you got the right to speak that shit into fruition even more. Fuck being humble for all them other people. People be telling you to be humble because they scared of what you could do. Because they scared of your confidence. Fuck their insecurities. Don't even worry about that. Let them go on and do what they gonna do. Let them say what they gonna say. Let them look at it in the roots or whatever. Keep working at your business. Keep selling them dinners. Keep selling that food. Keep saving up for whatever it is, that storefront you want to have, or that business or circus you want to run or start. Man, on some real shit. Matter of fact, it's funny y'all brought up the word circus. I guess that came to my mental anyway. And I listened to an interview, and it's crazy. I really want to remember his name. Because I was driving, it was early in the morning. It was an interview. Matter of fact, it was Mason in the morning. I'm from Detroit. A lot of y'all may have heard of Mason. Mason, he's a morning personality, a talent. He's definitely a voice that's been around for years in Detroit radio. As a matter of fact, some of you may know him in other cities, being the announcer for the Pistons. That whole Detroit basketball, he's the one that created that. So John Mason, that's his name. So on this morning show, he was doing an interview with the guy that started the Universal Circus. I mean, it depends on what era you're watching this video from, or if you heard of Universal Circus. So it's actually a circus. It's black people, but it's like from people all over the world, and it's just ridiculous. It's an amazing show. I've seen it multiple times. I took the kids to go see it multiple times, and it's, yeah, even on some grown shit, I done went. So anyway, man, he was just, I mean, it was just a story. He just had a story, like how he just started it. I mean, right now, today, I guess he was doing it like about 30 years or so. But just imagine the patience just to go around the world and grab all these different people with talent, put together a whole act and invest in yourself and take it from city to city or different places just because you believe in it and invested in it. I'm talking about a whole circus. I'm talking about a whole circus. I'm talking about getting that person over here. I mean, just imagine when it first started. Just imagine the whole thought. Like, you know what? I'm gonna get some tigers. I'm gonna get some elephants. I'm gonna get some motorcycles. I'm gonna get this whole package just going. I'm gonna have a circus. I'm gonna start a circus. I mean, this was a powerful story. I mean, maybe you can go into Google. You can Google his name and look up who started Universal Circus. I didn't remember the guy's name. I'm talking about he had an intriguing story. It was just some powerful shit. It was. I mean, I was just threw back just listening to the shit he was just saying. I'm like, man, he talking about he was all on other sides of the world just recruiting people and meeting people in jungles and shit and just meeting people with different talents. And just the way he just brought it all together like that. And just had your own circus as a black man. Just put together a whole circus. That's some powerful shit. I mean, that's thinking beyond. I mean, they say it though. They say that though. They say if people don't think your dream's crazy, it ain't big enough. And that's one way to look at it. That's one way to look at life. So it's on you. It's on the limits you put on your mind to what you can do and how far you can take it, or what you think your ceiling is, or what you think your limit is. If you want to be satisfied with a job making 25, 30 an hour, that's cool too. That might just be your dream and purpose. And that's one thing too we do have to understand. Everybody don't want to have it big or do it big. I mean, everybody dreams and goals is different for them. And even for well, I'm gonna say for me myself, because I don't want to just speak on everybody, because everybody, like I say, initially everybody's be different. Some people goals is just to throw out the message or make somebody think or so everybody don't want to be famous. Everybody don't want to be big. Everybody don't want to be Michael Jackson status to where you can't go to the store no more. You can't walk around and you know what I'm saying? You can't take shit in peace. You can't go out to eat. You know, some of us just want to be compensated for what we do and just still enjoy regular life, but still be in your own skin and just be in your own likeness of just healthy and having fun, but still doing what you love. And I can also understand too, like, if some people start off that way when you ain't got this shit, and then when you get more, you start wanting more. Or just say if I start touching more people, I'm gonna want to touch more people. Because it can be an adrenaline rush to where if I'm up to getting 5,000 a month, why not I want the 10 now? Why not I want the 20 now? I mean, why not? But it has to be like what comes with that though. Don't sacrifice your happiness for things that you already didn't have already. That's just one way to look at it though. But like I say, everybody had their own purpose of doing the things that they do, or what they want in the long run, or who they want to reach, the things you want to do, the things you want to accomplish. Always remember that success is subjective. I say it a lot to myself when I tell people in my nearby circle, the ones that take heed to it. Success, I mean, I'm kind of playing with the S's, too many S's in it. But success is subjective. Like I say, I know people that just wake up, do a normal job, and they just satisfied with that. They don't, I'm talking about, they just work, go home, watch some TV, probably get something to eat, do it all again the next day, and they probably content and happy with themselves. That could just be their life. They can just be like, okay, I don't want all the bells and whistles. I don't want all the extra things, but whatever vice that they do have, that's on them. It could probably be whatever it is, but they can be comfortable in their own little realm of just waking up, going to work, coming home, the whole routine that some might be tired of. They might feel in a comfortable state like, okay, this is what I want to do for 40 years or whatever, multiple times, retired. You got some people retire from jobs and get another job just because they want to just still be busy. They don't want to sit home and just collect. They still want to work. It's a crazy thing, but they probably happier than me and you. I mean, we just never know. So at the end of the day, success is subjective. And that comes full circle to rebuilding yourself. That's still the topic, that's still the notion. Somewhere along that line, I'm doing the course of all those different things. And rebuild yourself. But again, do what you gotta do. I'm getting to another piece though. I got another poem I'm looking at. I thought it was help each other, but I guess what happened with this one, I must have wrote the title, help each other, because I was gonna write that poem in the future. But this poem is actually called something else. I will show it to y'all, but you ain't gonna be able to see that though. It's like I got a poem here, but it ain't help each other. The title probably just came to me of that poem while I was writing this other poem. It'd be like that sometimes. But this piece is called If Only We Knew How Much Time We Had Left. That's the name of this piece. This is some thoughtful shit too. I remember this poem too now that I think about it. This was some thoughtful shit. Let me see if let me read this off the ink. If only we knew how much time we had left. Listen to me. If only we knew how much time we had left. Maybe we'll appreciate these moments in time. Maybe that conversation with mama wouldn't end so soon. You'll listen to hear what's on her mind. If only we knew how much time we had left. Maybe we can calm these mental wars that got us locked in the street. Maybe we could live for tomorrow. And today we wouldn't drown in our own defeat. If only we knew how much time we had left. Maybe forever wouldn't seem so far away. If only we knew how much time we had left. Maybe I'd get more in tune and concentrate when I pray. Because to see another day, it's a blessing. Every morning, that's God's suggestion. That's why I hold my head, keep my circle tight, so I can live with less emotional stressing. If only we knew how much time we had left. Maybe we'd work hard and not take this life for granted. Time, something we'll never get back, but still take these moments to manage. But still don't take the moments to manage. If only we knew how much time we had left. Yeah, that was some deep shit. Snap, 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 snaps. It got me full of myself. I told y'all, fuck being humble. That was some deep shit. Fuck you mean? That was some deep shit. You heard what I said. That's deep shit. It is what it is. But yeah, I hope y'all enjoying the poetry, enjoying the spoken word. Just keep riding with the journey. You feeling the poetry, you feeling the spoken word, subscribe to the channel. I got more of this. I got plenty more of this. And like I say, it's more to come. It's definitely a journey. It's definitely a whole process to build. And all this shit come from a place of creating. You got to tap into that shit, man. There's room for positivity. There's room for positivity amongst all this shit that we seeing that's coming across your radar screen every day. It's room for the thought-provoking shit to flourish, and because I'm telling you, all this shit gonna come full circle. Because all the negativity and all the bullshit that you might think is consuming, it's consuming revenue and it's consuming ears and eyes and making people complain to repeat about it again so we can get more eyes and views. It's only so long that shit gonna be working. Because they playing with a lot of that shit. Because they playing with it to a certain extent to where they're trying to invest in it so much to where people are starting to see the fakeness. So when they want that authentic shit, they're gonna just be, the whole shit's gonna just be turned upside down and reversed. And it's gonna come all the way back to the grassroots of it just being authentic and just the surface of just your average regular people. And that's where you gonna come in at, and that's where we're gonna come in at. That whole business that you got running right now, that's on the incline. When all the bullshit start to decline, it's gonna be a passing phase, and it's just a whole ordeal of just seeing the whole organic shit just starting to flourish, while all the different attitudes and all the different characters just start falling off. Because it's gonna be hard to recycle them. I mean, it's first of all, it's easy to recycle them, but it's gonna become so, how can I put it? It's gonna be so stunt worthy that people is gonna get tired of it. They're gonna get tired of the titles. They're gonna get tired of the whole everything. It's only so much bullshit. It's only so many bullshit stories that they're gonna keep being able to recycle. It's like the same shit, it's just different people. Y'all haven't noticed that? All they doing is just throwing out the same stories with just different people. It's like a big soap opera. That's why they have a new character every other month or every other year. It's a new person that they just put out there in front of your face front to hate or love to hate. Man. We gonna get it. It is what it is. I share this shit because it's what I feel, it's what I see, it's what I know. if you can dig it and you can see where I'm coming from, we in tune. We locked in. But if you can't, this shit is still being quick to come back and refer to years from now. You will see. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. And on that note, I got this next poem right here that I'm looking at. This a piece. I said I was gonna throw this to my rotation, definitely when I be performing. I'm trying to think I've ever done performed this on stage before. I said I was gonna add this to my arsenal poem. This is a piece I got called You More Than the Physical. It's for my beautiful sisters out there. It's that inner beauty. Although I'm saying beautiful, we're talking about that inner beauty. Of course, you can have both. I mean, men, we are some physical creatures to the eye, to the eyeball. But of course, you're gonna have to have more than that if you wanna keep a man with conscience. You're gonna have more. You gotta have more than that. The first line of this poem is gonna just tell you why. Listen to me. This one called You More Than the Physical. You know you ain't gonna have that body forever, right? And when it's gone, what you gonna fall on? We can't say confidence because as much as you post pics, we can tell that temporary fix don't last long. Check to the internet. Stuck in time, living off an image. Got more gut than butt, and guess what, baby girl? Them glory days you had is finished. But you still can be beautiful. You see, a closed mind and an open heart can raise a village. Treat you like a queen is how I want to approach you, but you coming across hotter than a skillet. Fish grease. Treat it like an object, but trying to pretend that you not. We see your expensive but on sale outfit. Open your mouth. Let's see what else you got. See, I'm a hood intellect. And I know potential when I see it. Come back to reality because you living in a world where the internet is undefeated. So keep your clothes on. Get your goals on. Keep your soul strong. So you could teach our young black queens how to hold on. More than the physical. More than the physical. Raptalk. Snap, 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 snaps. That's something to think about. You know you're not gonna have that body forever, right? I mean, some of y'all really, I think I said this before in a couple of videos back, some of y'all really think y'all gonna have them asses forever. You think you really gonna have them titties forever. No. 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 You're not. You're not. Come back to reality because you're living in a world where the internet is undefeated. Keep your clothes on. Get your goals on. Keep your soul strong. So you can teach our young black queens how to hold on. You're more than the physical. I mean, at the end of the day, you're more than that. You're more than your physical attributes. You might catch our eye with it when you talk, you communicate, when you have your attitude, when you carry yourself, your characteristics. That's the real you. That's the person you really are. That's you. That's the real you. Because everything else is going to come and go. I mean, what you going to fall on? What you going to fall back on? When you in your 40s, when you 50, when the sad coming down, when the sad coming on. I mean, even as men too. I mean, I mean, it's crazy. I started to say something I gonna say it. I mean, we're not gonna have this. We're not gonna have these packages forever. We're not gonna. We're not gonna. You know, it's not gonna work forever. You know, we gotta have more to offer. Then we gotta have more to offer. I might want to stretch it out too far, but we're not gonna have these things forever. We're not gonna be fit or whatever. I mean, men also. I mean, we have to have something to fall back on. We have to understand that we're more than the physical also. And all that just plays just on maturity. It's where you at with it. It's a never ending battle. That's one I ain't gonna say even say a battle. It's a never ending thing, this period. Maturity. I mean, that's some powerful shit too. That comes with rebuilding yourself also. It might be certain things that you can take at a certain age that you probably couldn't take at a certain age. When you was 25, it might have been certain things that you probably wouldn't let slide that you probably will at 50 or at 40. And vice versa. It might be certain things that you grow accustomed to learn in your 30s that you carry over to your 40s for good or bad that you might be, okay, well, I can't go for that. Or it might be things that you will go for. Why you think certain people, or like when you look at an older couple or some people that have been together for so many years, you might think to yourself like, damn, how is they in their 50s and still together and they just, I mean, of course we're on the outside looking in at the relationship or whatever, but you might look at an older couple and be thinking like, damn, they still together and they're in their 50s or whatever. And then if you probably ask them a question of how did they, sustain that long, or however the however the question might be that you want to ask them. But the undertone of the whole answer might just be that it don't matter, you know, because the person that they with, it might be certain things that we think probably matter in our 30s and 40s. If it's somebody in their 50s and 60s, probably thinking like, that shit don't even matter. Like they probably be like, I don't care if she doing this, or he probably, or she probably don't care if he doing that. And it don't have to be about no type of infidelity or nothing of that nature. It can just be something as simple as you being a 40-year-old man that don't like a person that go out too much. But when you get 60, that man might have a wife that love to go to bingo and she out every damn weekend going to bingo. Whether she doing the right or doing the wrong, but that man might just be like, man, I don't care. He might be like, I don't care if she go to bingo. I don't care if she go to the strip club. I don't care if that's what she do or want to do. We 60 years old. That's what I'm saying. It might just basically what I'm saying is basically it can be things when you reach a level of we could put the word maturity on it, but you might just get to a certain space in your life to where it's things that you don't even just it's not even negative. It's just that it is like you don't care if they do it because it's not on your list of criteria of things at the time in your life to where you like, okay, that's a big deal to me, you know. He probably got a wife that go out to the male strip club. He probably be like, I don't care, that's what she wanna do with her retirement check. If she wanna go down to Chippendales or whatever, that's what she want to do after bingo. That's on her. That's still my wife. We 60 years old and we laugh about it. But at the same token, it might be a 30-year-old couple that might just want to control each other. Be like, okay, you're not even going out to happy hour after work. You know what I'm saying? They might feel some way about that to where they like, no, you're not doing shit. You staying right here. I got to keep an eye on you and blah, blah, blah. But look at the span of the gap of those two relationships. These are 60-year-old people and these are 30-year-old people. And what you might stand for at 30, you probably won't stand for at 60. Like I'm saying, vice versa. But it is what it is. I was just throwing that out there because it brought me full circle to rebuilding yourself when I jumped on the topic of thinking of how maturity in a person. It can be certain things that just don't even matter. It don't might not be that you don't care. It is like it don't matter. So did more than the physical. I don't want to be your fucking friend. My social life ain't social. If only we knew how much time we had left. Those were the poems of today. I think I gave y'all what 4 or 5. What's that about 5 poems? I think I'm forgetting one. But that's what we got at. Rebuild yourself. Raptalk Live, spoken word, and more. Build. Share this video. Send this video to somebody. Text this video. Do that for me. Do that for your mans. Text this video to somebody. Just zip it to somebody. So whether it's one of your co-workers, one of your friends, a family member, just text it to them. Tell them to check it out. Says this dude to be talk some shit on some whatever. You put your verb in there. Whatever how you feel about this shit. But it is what it is. I appreciate y'all. Raptalk Live.